gotta get up.
Hello. Hello. Alright, this video is for anyone that wants to learn to play like Ace. I'm doing an offensive, strategic, throws, placement, timing video. This is just one of the many. So let's get started. Now, if you want to become a great player, you got to trust your knuckle guards first and foremost. I'll teach you some advanced techniques when using your knuckle guards for defensive strategies. I will be posting videos soon. Alright. Now first is my curve. You want to hold your shield like this. Bring your hand down to your side. Push the ball. Aim for this little dot there. And you want to push the ball with the floor. And if your ball curves up or goes up, you're holding your button too long or you're flipping your wrist upwards too much. You want to keep it level with the floor. You see how it gets that nice tail on it? That tail indicates exactly how much spin it does have. You want to practice this throw over and over. Right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, until you get it just right. Once you fine tune it and get it accurate, it is a very devastating, very useful throw. And that's where I started my game. I'm currently a division leader and a team captain over the Red Demons and the Teal Toros for the Sparc Players League. You can find us on Facebook. Just ask to join the group. We have an open arm community, family friendly, and we love to teach people the full benefits of this game because it's awesome. You know, people losing weight, they're getting fit, they're off their butts. It's not just a typical game. You have to have an athletic background. I wouldn't say have to, but it helps. Knowing throws and different spins and curves and all these different arrays of defensive moves, which I'll show you later in other videos. It's manipulating the ball and bending it to do what you want. I use the term penguin flippers. Hold extensions, no wrist, just turn and flip. And everything you do in this game can be emphasized or can be extravagantly modified by either how much spin you have on it, how much you turn your wrist, when you turn your wrist, throwing up, throwing down. You know, it all depends on the ball and how it reacts. It's kind of like a street basketball. If you spin it one way, it bounces back and spins the alternate direction. Same thing with a spin or a side. Okay, now to throw my curve, it's not very hard. You just push it with the thing. I showed you that one. For the novice players, fold your wrist down, put it towards the floor, and just push it with the back of your wrist until you form a straight throw, and repeat this process until you become consistent. Once you become consistent with this movement here, you are pretty much setting yourself up to just flip your wrist and throw one of those nasty curves. Alright? As I stressed earlier, trust your knuckle guards. Anything you can punch, you can block. So don't hide behind your shield like a scared little boy or girl. let your ball go. Throw your ball. You can't score without throwing it. Alright. Secondly, I have a sidearm throw that's very, very useful and very efficient. Act like you're shaking someone's hand. Bring it out to the side. And you want to kind of pop it up to the halfway mark, rolling your wrist. Like so. Try to throw it center. I let go of the button really early back here so that I can kind of get it centered. It's better when you have an opponent. Okay. Now, same throw. Shake your hand out to the side and pop it. Like this. Now you want to throw the curve, but you don't want it to hit that wall, because if you do, you're going to cause it to bounce. Okay, when you cause it to bounce, it's going to hit. Hang on, I'll show you. It'll hit and bounce, and it'll do a whole alternative throw. So you want it to bend and hit center. Because if you do that, see how it bends and bounces, ricochets, uses the spin, speeds it up, throws it off. It's not the same throw. So you can take this throw and you can actually bend down and hit it low, and it'll curve upwards a little bit, or you can chunk it high like the sidearm throw I just showed you. Okay, what these guys are using is called a quick slap. The quick slap is the quickest, fastest, most efficient way to return your ball to your opponent for a score. You want to open up your grabber force field, meet the ball, and when you meet the ball and twist your wrist, let go of the button at the same time in one fluid motion. Like so. You can throw it up, you can throw it down, you can quick throw it to the side. I rotate my wrist outwards or inward, depending on which hand I'm using. You can quick throw straight by releasing the button early and using a flat hand technique. And just practice and keep practicing. Okay, you can even put a little spin on it. Mix it up, play around with it, start a private match, and just practice these few key throws. Any kind of bend, because anytime it returns back to me, I slap it. Like so. Very effective throws. Slam it down. A lot of people can't block over their heads. So that little offbeat, kind of off target bend to it when it hits from floor to ceiling, for some odd reason they try to block with one hand up, and it always goes to the right or left of their hand. These are typical throws that I use in everyday matches. Some are very, very efficient. For some, it all depends on the person's play style and their charisma, agility, and so forth and so on. But if you want to throw a very effective straight throw, you want to go like this, tuck your hand in a little bit like you're arm wrestling, and you go over and you roll your hand towards your opponent, and it will throw it faster than a normal throw. Okay, now for later videos, something like that, or something like that, or throwing it up with a quick slap, or just throwing it straight. Okay, this is pretty much going to take care of all your throwing. Just remember, hole extensions, you don't have anything in your hand but a controller, so you're throwing an imaginary light ball here, and it weighs absolutely nothing. To adjust yourself with your knuckle guards, I started speed bagging the ball and you can kind of get a timing down of how they react and what area of the glove you need to make contact with the laser ball in order to effectively block it. All right. Well, I hope you utilize this little bit of information in your everyday gaming, and I hope y'all have fun. I'm Ace, the division leader, team captain, Red Demons, Teal Toros of the Sparc Players League. You can find us on SparcPlayersLeague.com or on Facebook at Sparc Players League, the group. I hope to see you if you become a member. It's a very great community to be a part of, and it all started with a handful of good athletes who were passionate about the game, and it grew into it's almost 500 members now, and it's been an honor to be a part of. So hopefully you take this video, use it, subscribe to the channel if you feel it useful, and I will be posting multiple videos of the same content but better information for the more advanced players. I appreciate your time. We'll see you later. Hey!
You still live? View comment.